It's a story time to stay inspired.
Why great communicators have trustworthy and happy relationships. Very often, people underestimate the importance of clear, direct, and well-timed communication in life. When I observed my clients who came for advice on how to fix their broken relationships, I have noticed one common theme in their lives. Most of their relationships with friends, relatives, co-workers, parents, and romantic partners failed because of or in connection to their lack of communication skills. We all know that the basis of any successful relationship is trust and respect. In order to build trust, we need to be honest in our behaviors and feelings. I often coached clients who pretended to be happy in their relationships just to keep their partners happy or to avoid any potential conflict. People are scared of conflict and view it as a sign of an upcoming breakup. However, arguments and quarrels do not necessarily lead to breakups and divorces. In fact, well-managed conflict can clear misunderstandings and bring people closer to each other. Having good communication skills can help us express our concerns and negative emotions regarding certain topics that bother us. And unless we talk about them, we will never know if these thoughts are our fear-based assumptions or our intuitive messages that turned out to be true. I had a client, let's call her Nancy, who got very hurt by her cousin who talked in front of other relatives about Nancy's problems at work. One time my client shared with her cousin when she needed her support, her problems from her work. Nancy felt betrayed and came to me with a determination to never open up to her cousin again, and she decided not to ever trust people again with her personal information. I remember Nancy saying with sadness in her voice, "I miss my cousin because she was also my good friend, but I'm scared to talk to her as she might betray my trust again." So I asked Nancy a few questions about her cousin. It turned out that in the past her cousin was very loyal. Whenever Nancy shared anything in confidence, her cousin treated that information with a caring and private attitude. I shared my thoughts regarding the situation with Nancy. I can understand how painful it might be to feel betrayed. But maybe your cousin freely shares details of her own life with others, and that's why she was clueless to how sensitive that incident at work was for you. What if she thought that it was not such a big deal? Nancy thought about it and agreed that her cousin was not typically talking about others and was not much of a gossiper. Another fact that Nancy remembered was that her cousin was usually freely talking about her own life, and perhaps Nancy's story about work just slipped accidentally. Nancy made a decision to give her cousin the benefit of the doubt and speak to her after our session. She called me a few days later telling me that even though it was very hard for her to start the conversation, it went very well, as she found out that her cousin didn't mean any harm and was very apologetic for what happened. Nancy told her cousin about her feelings and that moving forward, respecting her privacy was very important to maintain their friendship. Nancy was happy that she took the risk to communicate her true feelings. You know, Gulnara, I was usually guarded to be real with people, even close ones, but it felt good to open up. It was a bit uncomfortable and I didn't know what to expect from my friend. But I see a great benefit of speaking up now. Firstly, my communication helped me to clear the situation and to find out my cousin's real intentions. Secondly, and most importantly, this new experience helped me to get out of my comfort zone and allowed me to believe in the fact that I can speak up and express myself and it is not the end of the world. I felt so relieved and empowered after it. I will do my best to speak my mind and let people know what I feel and think more in the future, said Nancy with enthusiasm. I just need to master the skills of a great communicator so that I know in the future how to convey my messages in a way that the person on the other end of conversation can feel respected and open to the dialogue. Sometimes we are afraid that if we talk about things that matter to us, we will be called overly sensitive, critical, jealous, controlling, insecure, suspicious, and so on and so forth. Yet instead of bottling things up and making hundreds of wrong assumptions, it is better to clear the air and talk about what bothers us. Unspoken words are very bad for the life energy that flows through us. It gets stagnated and starts taking up our own energy in the form of negative thoughts. In order to let the energy flow freely, it is highly essential for our happiness and inner peace to speak as soon as we feel the need to do so. Sometimes we have to tell people exactly what's on our mind and exactly what we feel and make it as clear as possible. Practice to speak your mind and try to see the other person's perspective at the same time. Fortunately, after a serious heart-to-heart conversation with a person, you can decide sometimes that a relationship must end. But at least you gave it a chance by talking and clarifying the situation. The ability to speak honestly, openly, and respectfully is a very powerful skill to learn, and if you master it, you will feel extremely powerful and have a great deal of self-respect by being truthful to yourself and to others. Please do not let your worries in relationships bottle up, as it will lead to frustration and explosions that will permanently damage the quality of your relationships. It is not what we say, it is how we say it. In the next audio, I prepared for you very powerful and positive affirmations specifically designed to train your unconscious mind to communicate with confidence, clarity, and respect to create strong, long-lasting, and trustworthy relationships in every sphere of your life. By listening to these affirmations daily, you will show your own commitment to a positive change in your life by taking action, even if it's only 20 minutes a day. Try them out for yourself and enjoy the positive results showing up in your life after 30 days of doing so. You can be a confident and strong communicator. You can communicate with inner power, acceptance, and love for yourself and others. Affirmations to become a great and confident communicator. I understand and appreciate the power of open and honest communication for building rewarding and trustworthy relationships in my life. Every day, I am becoming a better and stronger communicator. I communicate with care, confidence, and intelligence in all areas of my life. I am an effective and clear communicator with everyone in my life. I communicate with myself and others from the place of love, self-acceptance, and self-respect. I choose to replace my fear and anger-based communication by the talk based on love and acceptance. I choose to communicate not with an intention to teach or change others, but with a positive intentions to grow myself, learn more about others, and create more closeness and openness that lead to fulfilling relationships. Even though it can be challenging to express myself openly because I might unintentionally hurt others by speaking my truth, I am committed to becoming a clear, honest, and confident communicator. Even though I'm scared to express my feelings because people might get angry, upset, or unhappy with my words, I still choose to speak up and show my feelings in a confident and loving way. I am getting better and better in choosing the right words to express my thoughts and feelings. I am making efforts to understand other person's perspective and value system because this knowledge allows me to engage them in our conversations more effectively and positively. I appreciate and value the importance of clear, direct, and well-timed communication. I know how to choose the right time for important conversations. I feel safe to engage myself in challenging and difficult conversations because I know that they will help me clarify my assumptions and to hear out other person's thoughts and feelings. I am committed to becoming an interesting, knowledgeable, positive, and insightful person that people enjoy talking with. I can talk intelligently about different, interesting topics. I'm a well-balanced communicator. If I talk too much, I strive to listen more and talk less. If I am afraid to talk and often feel shy, I push myself to express my opinions and make meaningful comments. I remind myself to get out of my comfort zone to become a great communicator. When I'm too shy to speak up, I push myself to say what I think and allow myself to grow from that experience. With time, it gets easier and easier to speak up, and I start having fun during my conversations with people. People love my company because I know how to ask great questions and draw out the knowledge and opinions of others. I show my genuine interest and curiosity in others by asking well-designed questions. When I talk to people, I can make them feel special and unique by fully focusing on them and on our conversation. I am a positive communicator because I look for positive things in people I deal with, and I genuinely praise and compliment them. Even though sometimes I am uncomfortable with conflicts, I allow myself to speak up if something bothers me. I feel safe during conflicts because I get better and better at resolving them. With practice, I am becoming very good in resolving conflicts. Even though I'm afraid to make mistakes during my communication with others, I still allow myself to take risks and speak up. I remind myself that making mistakes is an important part of any learning process. I am learning to be a strong and confident communicator, and I'm happy to see my progress. I am a clear communicator because I convey my message clearly and double-check with another person if I understood their message correctly. I am a caring communicator because I speak with care and respect for others. I let them know that they are valued and respected by staying focused on them, their needs, and feelings. I am a great communicator in all types of communication, verbal and nonverbal. In all of my interactions, I am aware of my voice, tone, body language, my posture, and facial expressions. Even though I effectively use various communication ways via emails, phone calls, and texts, I always prefer to have an in-person conversation because I understand that having face-to-face communication allows me to have deeper and richer interactions with people in my life. I am an emotionally intelligent communicator because I'm aware of my own emotions and I take responsibility for how I express them. I'm a curious communicator because instead of jumping into judging others, I show my curiosity by asking great questions to learn why they are the way they are. I respect people's right to feel, think, talk, and behave the way they choose, and I only speak up and set boundaries if their way of talking or behaving negatively affects me and my life. I'm a powerful and honest communicator because I know how to collect my thoughts and to deliver messages with honesty and confidence. I'm okay to say that I'm sorry if I made a mistake or hurt another person. I am a happy and positive communicator because I always make an effort to use positive and uplifting words during my communication with others. I am a great communicator. I am a clear communicator. I am a positive communicator. I am an effective and honest communicator. I am a caring and attentive communicator. I am a confident communicator. I am a curious communicator. I am a wise communicator. I am an emotionally intelligent communicator. I am constantly learning and practicing to become a better communicator every day. I communicate with others from the place of love, acceptance, and respect.